Right, and we are once again live after having yesterday maybe slightly less than perfect starting state to actually stream at all, but today we are doing the game that was intended to be done yesterday, and most probably then tomorrow we are at least doing the game that was intended to be done today, because the one with the puzzle boxes is quite calm to play, so I would imagine would also work on Monday night. Unlike we are now trying to go the line with resource production, otherwise get into a lot of trouble in Frostpunk. After the first stream did some strategy practice in terms of resource production and promptly forgot all that learned apparently, because thought about like mostly the start was a bit too shaky because it was actually the first time that started the game, so let's see if we can stabilize that run or have to start again, like get kicked out of power, but yeah, that happens. So let's then gradually move towards the game and see what we find there. We should have a saved game, so yes, it will be sufficiently interesting, like what kind of situation we left our colony in, but let's see. And yes, welcome to all, and always good to be back in streaming, in terms of streaming also. So let's then load game, and we should have like stream 5, yes, so. And no, we are not playing survivor mode. At first tested a couple of times with survivor mode and it was positively horrible. It's even worse than the normal mode, so yeah, most probably not doing the survivor mode. And then some loading. All right. Yeah. The problem was practically that we succeeded at never stockpiling sufficient coal. And we built the gathering post that really does nothing. Let's dismantle the whole thing, because it's not that sane. Alright, here's wood, steel, and then we have the other coal pile. We should also provide a place for burials. We do have the beacon, so we can practically send a expedition. Do think faster gathering would considerably help us research-wise. Considering we will never get these things done unless we employ engineers also in research. And then we have the luxury medical post with 5. Nope, every medical post for now gets minimum. At least we are doing research now. That also gives some resources, so let's see if we will do any better. We should also consider some kind of solution for the graveyard. Alright, we can build also a cemetery. Probably better build the cemetery in the permafrost, so nothing melts from the cemetery, so let's build a cemetery there. At least we are providing a cemetery. You should be happy. Oh, hello there, Tika. Good to see you. Let's greet you properly and most hopefully pause the game, because otherwise we are most probably going to get kicked out of office during greeting Tika. Hello there, it's always good to see you here. Pretty much a long-term regular also for the streams, so great to have you here. So let's return to the ever successful colony and see if we can hold it together or restart. It would be a very good idea to gather more coal during the pause in the frost, but of course the first time we are not that smart, so we still have the kind of first tutorial step ongoing. We apparently should sign some law, but right. And what else we have? Fighting arena. Sounds very... Side labor, all jobs. That would be probably very popular. How about we do very unpopular laws? Ceremonial funerals. Somehow think that making funerals more ceremonial would even more reduce worker satisfaction. And what is then? Care house. Alright. Providing even additional structures to consume resources probably is not currently the way to success. Cemetery established. Whole prices. Yeah, people get to do nice burials. Oh, hello there, Jax. Good to see you. We also dropped this content a lot by founding a cemetery, so sounds good. Let's also greet you properly, Jax. Great to have you here. Hopefully you have had a good weekend. Ah, nice. You have gotten back home. Great. Oh. Hello there. Oh. And let's see how we continue to not succeed in Frostpunk. So, because we succeeded at making this game like we didn't gather any. And we are also running out of coal as usual. How long do we have of the night left? Out of coal as usual. Not that we can do much about the coal situation. Until morning, so alright. Now it is working hours, so we even have coal. Would be good idea, of course, to turn that back on. At least we are producing an excess of coal currently, so that's also wood. Alright, increase workers in coal production. Yes, it's a great start for coal supply problems to have coal pile deplete. Are there even more coal piles in the valley? This is starting to be very interesting. With 20 people sick, yes. It would be good to have. More people for the medical post. One of the problems is that alright, side labor in the cookhouse. Better than not having food. Faster gathering research. That should help with the supply situation. Oh, that's not good to get injured. Car obstacle, so it proved to be also other kinds of obstacle apparently. What should we research next? Heaters would be useful other than they also consume coal. Let's research the sawmill. Alright. Hope will fall slightly. Slightly was indeed very little, fortunately. Alright, we almost will get sufficient coal. The dark red text on black background is quite problematic. Yeah. Obstacle it is. Low coal is quite comparative because that will be enough for the night. Signed the prosthetics law, so we could apparently with some law provide even prosthetics. Does require like researching prosthetics or something. Development of drawing boards would, it requires also wood. Whatever is currently the reason we can't create a scout team. It's exceedingly hard to read the red text on black background in Suit, which is kind of worst part of this game. Hey, let's make the game especially poorly legible. At least, yeah, citizen must be available. Alright, that's clear. Exceedingly hard to read because it's dark red and on a black background, so it's kind of worst possible situation readability wise for a fursuiter. Oh well. Alright, we are coming up to half an hour, so there's plenty of interesting whether we fail coming. Let's save game. Stream 6 and we should have citizens free, but it's kind of hard where to free them. Are we even producing wood? We are trying to produce wood. We are using engineers to produce wood. Yeah, that seems like a great idea. Let's not produce wood for now and see if we can mount an expedition. Yes, and we have enough resources, because it will add to population once we find more population, so mounting an expedition is very important. And we sent a scout team first to Lost Expedition, because it practically helps in terms of so we have no wood for now, but that's not our biggest problem. Yeah, Jersey barrier sounds quite familiar. Also, like the kind of the iron locks they put on your tires for parking violations in some places. In the UK they are called Cardiff boots, because originally they apparently invented the fair device in the city of Cardiff. Right, and we have 14 sick, but we have more engineers, so we can actually like have proper staffing in healthcare, which is uncommon. We were using engineers to produce wood, which is kind of abuse of resources. Anyone? Fortunately, we are also getting gradually. Unsure how we sign the prosthetics law. Does it require what? Still confused by the book of laws, because yes, we can produce overcrowding. Capacity of medical facilities is doubled, but it also does something less than desirable. Extra rations for the ill, as if we had enough food anyway, so. And then we have the care house, but it is this required for prosthetics. Let's sign it so we maybe have wood at some point to build the care house, so.
Hear me. New law in the city.
And the care house most possibly might allow prosthetics. We have 2 days to build the care house, so that should be possible, like resource wise. Let's see what building the care house requires. 25 wood to 5 steel, so we need to produce a bit more steel and more wood. Let's put some children into steel production. We also have steel wreckage closer, so there we go. Children produce steel. Fortunately, we need to produce only 1 steel. We still can actually shut down the generator, because we are not as cold as it will become again colder. 1 temperature level drops, so during the daytime we can actually shut it down and see if we finally get up to the 200 goal if we are not consuming any. So that should be one possibility. We also have produced enough steel, so now we can stop that and start producing wood, at least with children. Alright. Now we are producing wood, so hopefully we succeed at building the care house. It would be also good get up to the 200 gold, because then we pass the tutorial step. It's somewhat technically useful, because we at first didn't quite understand how it worked in the very first session, so we never first got it during the slide spell. In the spell, slide like warm spell didn't gather enough coal, so it was kind of not the best idea ever, but we have apparently learned at least a bit. So exploration we apparently have. Yes, we do have the care house. The rest of our people made a camp here, too exhausted to go on. We should escort them to the city. How do we do that? A happy reunion. We enter the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcome us. Thank God you found us. We had been wandering for days until we couldn't go on any longer. Alright, and we discover observatory and sturdy shelter. So we escort survivors to the city. So that should provide certain population boost. Sawmill researched. Excellent. Do we have any further, like, realistically useful research currently? Because drawing boards requires even more resources. So we could currently use the engineers in the research facility to produce wood. As we need wood to build the care house, which probably also requires. Sawmill turns frozen trees into usable material, producing up to 80 wood per standard workday. Alright. And 25 wood, so and we depleted the wood pile, so next one is a go much further away. We are almost making it up to 200 coal. It goes really down to the wire. Now we have 200 coal, so we can turn the generator back on. Or not. Yes, now we finished the tutorial. We have 200 coal stockpiled. Yes, we know about food. People from our convoy. Yes, we are also aware of that we need to build a beacon. Now the tutorial goes in fast forward because we had done most of the things. Scouts Unit 1 have returned safely to the city, and we got 4 children, 22 workers and 9 engineers. You can disband the scouts at the beacon or send them back out into the Frostland. Yes, and we finally got more workers, which is extreme help. We just need to house them also, but it's like considerable improvement. Alright, and there our new citizens, or at least new people to suffer, arrive. People from our convoy reunions. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expeditions left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. We will look for the others, yes, and then we would need to explore more. So now we have 34 homeless, so we need to build the care house first. Yes, we know we can search for others. Now we need to build the care house once we have 25 wood. We have 22 wood and this wood, and now it's free time, so we can build that in time. Find the prosthetics law. We still can't change laws, so it might be that we fail that. Oh well. We need to also build houses, and we will produce more wood tomorrow, so we should also build a street. There we go. Alright, we can only build one house currently, but one house is more than no house because we have 34 people homeless. Now we also have more people, so we can start, for example, to gather steel regularly. We have more engineers, so we can staff healthcare better. Wow. Very unusual. Fully staffed medical posts. What's happening? We can also man both hunters' huts fully. All medical posts have more staff. Maybe we can even deal a bit with disease, and it's soon going to get colder, so that will not improve the situation, but what can you do? Weather is what weather is. Alright, we are about halfway into the usual length, so hopefully you are having good time with management problems. Alright, and we have some problems with food, though we do have food rations. And we will get food from the hunters, so it's not a major issue. And we have fully staffed medical posts. We reduced number of homeless 1 click. We have no wood yet to do more. Sturdy shelter. A bulky cylindrical construction stands on a small hill. The Union Jack flies over it, but there's no sign of movement. Alright. How do we then send out the scouts, because currently the scouts team is in. Let's go to the sturdy shelter next and see what we find there. At least there's Union Jack, but that of course doesn't tell much. So let's then, at least our problems are slightly more limited. So we have drop in temperature coming up that we can't do too much about. The 1 are being treated, so that's alright, and we will have more personnel for resource production very soon, so that promise we might not succeed with, but let's also save here. Can use the same because we have not had any major failure since. Also do wonder where you actually need to build the sawmill for it to produce wood. Somehow think that this would be, because there's wood there. We just need wood first to build the sawmill, but that should be a more stable source of wood when we compare to dismantling the wooden crates from the snow, which is kind of like a miserable not very stable source of wood. So, let's see about. It's getting colder with each day, it certainly is. Temperature falls, yes it does. We are coming soon up to work time and we have more resource gathering, so that is a good situation, because we are at least pushing a bit with the resources, so we should have enough wood to build more houses and to build the care house which we promised. This in turn might miss the law time if it was the care house that we need for. So alright, we should prioritize building houses. As long as we can reduce homelessness, it improves the overall situation. Alright, what a single man comes to our city. Or at least they tried to come. Man from Winterhome. He kind of came over and fell over at the edge of the crater, so do we count that as arriving? Maybe. So, we found an exhausted man at the edge of our city. He said that he came from Winterhome, a settlement located not far from here, and that he was the last survivor. That went well. Winterhome is dead, everyone's dead. There's no hope for survival in this accursed wasteland. You're all doomed. Hey, thank you. That sounds very motivating. You must escape. So we are alone, at least like as far as Winterhome goes. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here, people living normal lives in homes. But we are alone. Alright, that was very promising. Coming here was a fool's errand. Really, that's very useful. Let's have an event that drops all hope. Alright. Choose your path. New set of laws will become available. Somehow do think fate is not the best option ever. Order and discipline. Alright. Somehow do think law and order sounds more promising. Do not really know at all how this works. We get more laws, yes, and it's like probably like you do not at all know whether one of these is untenable. So let's go law and order, and we get neighborhood watch surprise. Alright, but what if we do not yet sign any for purpose? We should also sign the law for prosthetics, but alright, we can actually do that. New blueprint, prosthetics. Amputees fitted with prosthetics in medical facilities will be able to work again. Yep, that sounds useful. You do not need to put them into the care home for the rest of their days, which would be a quite useful proposition. So yes, we most probably should sign this because we promised it. You promised to help the amputees by signing prosthetics law, and you did it. Hope rises. Yes, it rose approximately a millimeter. Build a care house. Alright. Do we have yet enough wood? Not yet. We need 25. but we have plenty of working time left, so we can do that. Amount of hope available is not very great, but it's kind of like, yeah, what do you get? What you get is what you get. The unconvinced want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but the hope is low. The group of our people are still so convinced that they want to flee the city to London in 15 days. They've come to try to change your mind. You say order will save us. Nonsense. What? Are we going to orderly decide who to eat first when we start to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterholm. Calm down. We're not going to die. Let's see whether that convinces anyone. Your people are divided. Some are so scared they plan to leave the city for London in 15 days. They'll try to convince others to join them. Preying on their discontent, fear may lead people to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. Yeah, that probably will go well. "14 days. Alright, that's very nice. And we need 25 wood to build the care house, and we still have 24. How is our wood production? We could also actually Alright, we are 1 wood away from building the care house. There we go, so we now can build the care house. Alright. At least we have 14 days. And no temperature increasing in sight. Yes. We should build another house. We should also build another generator really, but how much and what does that cost? $20 steel. Alright. At least we are utilizing workers to also gather steel. And we will build the care house, so most probably the tendency to join those who would leave for London. Alright, guide the raid, very well. Let's raise a 4-port that.
Workday ends. It's time off.
Thank you for guiding the raid. Hopefully they are still playing when we finish, but certainly will get to that once it is time. Care house promise fulfilled. We indeed have. Let's also properly raise a paw to guide the raid and there we go. We also raise a paw to fulfilling the care house promise. So, we apparently have a care house, another matter of how useful that is, but alright. QQH Designs, that will be where we are going in about half an hour, most probably. Hopefully they are still on then. Thank you, Jax, for redeeming Guide the Raid. Very nice. Nice use of channel points, so certainly that we will do. And let's continue. We fulfilled the care house promise. Whole prizes, yes. It again rose a minuscule amount. At least tendency to join the Londoners is decreasing. We have only 4 homeless. And we have also improved the situation with the care house, so the tutorial says the Londoners are a group of people who are so frightened by the situation that they want to go back to London in a misguided belief it's the only way to survive. People inside the Londoners when hope level is low and leave them when it's high. The Londoners will challenge your rule, provoking conflicts and urging others to leave the city. The intensity of the conflict depends on the general condition of the society. Yet we are doing kind of well because we are raising hope slowly. We apparently also have we have 20 being treated, so we are kind of as good as possible in that respect. And we have 20 wood, so we can practically build also the final house. The main problem really is that there will be very cold in the house, like, yeah. We would really start to need another. We could also build the sawmill, which would most probably be a better use of resources. That is already good amount of wood. Sawmill. That should solve the wood issues, because we will be, instead of doing just like trying to gather some wood, we are actually like doing proper sawmill work of it. Scouts have reached the sturdy shelter. The trail leads to another city. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round door. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out there. A signpost by the trail points to 2 directions, London 1934 miles. Home 27 miles. So take resources. Wow, that's good amount. Then we can study the steel bridge. Maybe we can find something that gives hope like there are other cities, because clearly Winterholm didn't do very well. So, and we are also building a sawmill, which is a good thing. Our wood troubles will maybe reduce a little. Also, otherwise it looks we are kind of realistic currently, so let's pause shortly. Alright, we are still about half an hour left. So, let's then see about what our expedition finds, and we should really produce more steel at this rate. We are of course doing it at 15, so we just need to. Alright, the sawmill has been built. We have workers available, of course, because we run out of other stockpiles. Area effects, let's see. Yep. Sawmill, also House of Prayer has area effect. Yes, we know that sawmill will gather wood from the effect area. That should help as far as wood goes. We still have some. Currently we have run out of that coal pile also. It looks like we have even run out of mineable deposits. People join the Londoners, yes. We have even run out of mineable coal deposits apparently, so apparently we will need to research coal mine. I'm not sure when the coal mine becomes available, but that is at least available, which apparently raises coal to the surface, so better than nothing. They will also bring resources, so that will solve some issues. Alright, and we run out of coal, so this will be interesting. And then just maximum research.
Move! Time to get to work.
This will be interesting. We are producing mostly just iron ore deposits, which isn't very useful. That would require a coal mine. Steel wreckage. That would require a coal mine. Alright. This will be interesting. They will bring more resources, but unfortunately this should solve the coal problem sooner or later, so unfortunately we have 14 days to deal with the Londoner issue, so we are still more or less not in a total problem. Yes, so fortunately that will take quite a short time. And we are still producing resources, so we are quite well alive. We do now have a working sawmill. The brass bridge tower reach, built by the people of Winterholm in AD 1887. The bridge is kept completely snow-free by working automaton. Alright. A functional automaton. We stopped at the edge of deep wide ravine, marveling at the steel bridge spanning it, even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to the city to disassemble it for resources. It only gives steel, so let's send the whole device to the city. We reprogrammed the automaton and sent it on its way. As it disappeared into the distance, walking steadily towards the city, the first wisps of snow started to settle on the bridge. However, they knew how to program the thing, but yes, read journal. Now we can again go to a different place. Weather station, large convoy. Alright, we can get even more citizens, which isn't helping with the coal situation, so weather station, observatory. Wonder what use the observatory has. Then we have the crash site. It's also kind of, because these are closer. We could check out the large convoy. We will most probably get even more citizens, so it will be somewhat of a problem, but finding the bridge to Winterholm proved that we are on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton under care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are growing we'll find out in the. Surprise, hopeful slightly. Great. We are having great trouble with the overall situation, but at least the research will be done soon. We apparently ran out of easily available coal, which wasn't a total surprise, so it is what it is. Let's save game just for like ensure we can try again if we take totally wrong strategy with running out of coal. Yep. Alright, we have developed the thing really soon. Then we need to build one, and we have steel, we have wood. In general, we need to build one of those, so let's pause. So if we build one here. At least we can build it. Our main problem will be that we may run out of goodwill before we actually gain coal. So, let's see about... We are at least building it will take 4 hours. The problem is that we run out of working time. Now we get instructions, so... Alright, that will solve the coal problem in a 24-hour period, so that should be survivable, we hope. Yes. Kind of towing the line again as usual. So, alright, we are up to about quarter an hour, so let's see. This will be built and then we get the pile of coal. So the solution is coming, but let's see if our people first run out of everything. Alright, now it has workers. The only problem is that we will have a night without coal. And that only operates during the day. There isn't much we can do until next day, so let's just push. We can research steel works. Sure, we have wood. The Londonians are certainly gaining followers because we are not providing heat. We can't do much about that really. Fortunately, dawn will be soon, so we have only one cold night and then we will have coal. Working time started, so
Time to get to work.
that should produce a coal pile somewhere. Where does the coal pile actually arrive? There. And now we are producing coal, so we can turn the generator back on soon. That was close. That was very close. But we are again running, so let's save here. There we go. One problem solved. And we again have coal. So then we have exploration. This is convoy carrying workers got lost in a blizzard. They are weak and have no provisions. We should listen to their story and escort them to our city. Yes, please. They sought winter home. The workers who were riding in this convoy told us they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up. We tried to follow a search party to find it, but we ran out of fuel. Escort survivors to the city, yes please. $20, alright. The automaton will arrive first. But now our coal economy is again realistic. 5 sick absences. Yeah, we have a little bit of a health crisis, but and we should again research something. Let's research nothing for now and rather run the health facilities a bit better. We will need another steam generator. We have so much wood also. We can probably build one, but we need to make sure we have enough coal production. So even building another coal tumber here would be the way. As we have like 143 wood, so it's more or less. Healthcare riot. Demand a new place of treatment. 2 days is kind of doable. We should also build more heating facilities. We could also practically expand here. Do you think easiest way is to expand here? That allows us to build also more healthcare facilities. We are still towing the line coal-wise, but there is the issue that practically what does the neighborhood watch do? Would think this would increase hope.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Build and man 2 watchtowers. Alright. And we certainly have resources to build watchtowers, so that would be the ideal place. So let's build a street there. We also have the new generator here, so we can actually build the new medical post. The automaton will also arrive soon, so we are kind of in less trouble. Because we will again start getting coal also soon-ish, so it's kind of, we are still running some trouble, but it's feasible. Yes, we do know the heating is off, but it will be off only for a few hours. Unfortunately, we can't burn wood. Alright, fortunately also working time opens soon. Alright, and the automaton arrives. It's quite interestingly spindly device for when you imagine what would be sufficiently durable in this kind of situation. Using automatons. Our first automaton is operational. This will help our economy greatly. Automatons can replace entire manual labor crews. They work around the clock with short breaks to refuel at the generator. We can research upgrades to raise the efficiency and capability. Now we also need workers for overall, like, first of all, if we are still extracting steel, let's not extract steel. Because we need workers also there. Also open new infirmary like that. We have coal, so we can turn this on. We reach storage limit, so we can practically remove workers here and move them here. And now that we produce the coal pile, we can put automaton to mine coal, and then our troubles will be less. And we opened new infirmary, so and now we have the automaton mining coal, so our coal situation should gradually, and we got pretty much everything including population, so, and 101 food, so we need more houses. And we need a new street. There we go. Open a new infirmary. Is it like some new thing we have to actually develop? We can finally research drawing boards because it takes. And we have engineers. All right. All right. It is indeed, Jack. It starts to be time to finish for today. So we have still survived. So our situation is actually somewhat useful, and we can put more people also here to ensure that we actually have sufficient coal, and we are building homes, so we are still surviving. Now we can let's send the exploration team out, and now we shall explore the crash site next. And it's probably like, alright, they tried and they crashed, so we are going to just, citizens will decide that they are just going to fall over and cry and build more houses. Alright. An agitated crowd. Would require guard station. So we can't do much else than let them speak, so pretty much everyone will be leaving at this rate. Oh well, that will be something for the next time. We are going to finish here, as we said that we are pretty much at the finishing time. So thank you for joining, and let's do the promised raid. So there will be more streams. The coming week schedule will be published later today or tomorrow. So thank you all for some very cold politics in Frostpunk, and we will return tomorrow or at least on Tuesday. We'll see. Or most probably not on Tuesday, now that remember other things, but schedule will be published. It is very possible we continue tomorrow. Alright, and now we have the QQH designs, so let's go there. They are indeed still streaming. Nice. Some critter in a coffee cup, so it's QQH underscore designs directly, so we will rate them. Thank you for guiding the raid, Jax. There we go. and thank you all for joining, and we will see again most probably tomorrow. Be well.